guys, what's up? My name's Alyssa and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you've been here plenty of times before. So today, as you can tell by the title, I am doing a story time about my first and only time I've ever met Ariana. This video was requested by Focus on Me 18, who is a subscriber of mine. Shout out to you. I know you really want to know about my experience because you asked me. For future videos, if you guys are interested in stuff, let me know, just like she did, down below in the comment section what you would like. And before I jump right into this, I just want for you guys to let me also know down in the comments if you've met Ariana, what was your experience like, and if you haven't yet, what do you hope your experience to be like. So without further ado, here we go into the story. Okay, so I met Ariana, I don't remember the exact day, but I met Ariana in the year of 2015. It was the second leg, like the second American leg for her honeymoon tour. So I had already seen Ariana the first time, but I didn't meet her. And the second time, my best friend convinced me to buy meet and greet tickets, which I did. And so then I had this opportunity of meeting her. So the day comes of this, oh my god. So the day comes of the concert, and like, I'm fine. So at this point in my life, it wasn't that I wasn't into Ariana. I always have been for a very long time. But the height of my Ariana obsession wasn't where it's at today. So initially around this time when I had met her, I honestly, it wasn't that I wasn't looking forward to it, honestly. It's just something that I can't say that I was super excited for. In this moment, my best friend was 1,000 times more obsessed with her than I was. In the future, I do hope to have a better, well, not a better interaction, because it wasn't a bad interaction. I just hope that I can get the feeling of an accomplishment, or not an accomplishment, but like I could just be happy with the meet and greet. I wasn't unhappy. I don't know what I'm saying. I just want my own, like, oh my god moment with Ariana is what I'm saying when I meet her again. But for now, I mean, like I said, the meet and greet experience wasn't bad at all, just a heads up. But my best friend was more into her at the time than I was. So during this tour, they always had, like, if you bought VIP tickets, you either got to do, like if you got meet and greet versions of them, you either got to do the sound check, or just the sound check, or the sound check plus the meet and greet. So because we got the meet and greet, we were able to do the sound check as well. While we're in there, we're having a good time, me and my best friend. We're really enjoying ourselves. We're playing games. We're trying to get the answer to everything. We get to this part where, like, they want people to rap specific verses and specific songs. So it was Iggy's verse in Problems, and then it was Nicki Minaj's verse in Bang Bang. Brian and Scott, if you know her dancers, Brian and Scott were on stage. All her dancers were there, by the way, monitoring this whole thing. You weren't allowed to record. You weren't allowed to take pictures. So my best friend wanted me to do it. Like, he wanted me to go on stage and like rap whoever's verse. And I was like, you know what, fine, I'll do it for you, because like he wasn't as confident, and like I just don't care to put myself in situations. So I was down for it. So initially he wants me to go, so he's pointing at me and I'm raising my hand like, hey, hey, hey. Then I get this crazy idea, or actually he gets this crazy idea. He looks at him, he goes, I'm gonna do this. And I was like, yo, this is your moment. You love her more than I do currently. And honestly, I'm here for you. Because initially, I wasn't even going to get meet and greet tickets. I probably wasn't going to go to the show again, but he begged me, so I did. We're both pointing at each other because we want them to notice us. And so eventually, Brian and Scott, they choose between the two of us, and they choose him. So he goes on stage, and Ariana ends up coming out, which was insane. And everybody's freaking out. And she was just there having a good time. And another person gets picked, and my best friend chooses to rap Problems by Ariana, obviously, or Iggy's part. So the kid goes first. The other kid goes first and does the Nicki part, and then they're like, okay, good job, good job. And then my best friend goes, and I'm not gonna lie to you, like, he murders it, like kills it, and they acknowledge that. They're like, yo, you did a good job, blah, 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 blah. even Ariana, she hugged him and was like, wow, you did so good. And he told me that he said to her, like, I don't know how you do this, like, honestly, like, I'm running out of breath just doing this. She was like, I know, it's really hard. Like, they had this whole little conversation. So because he impressed him so much, like I said, her entire dancer, like all her dancers, like knew who he was, basically. Side note, he also almost stepped on Toulouse. So Ariana, if you're watching this, I'm sorry for him. From there, we went to go meet Ariana. We're kind of rushing to meet her because she was late to the venue because she had another thing that she had to do prior. So we were just told that we had to get into groups of 2 or more and then take our picture with her. So eventually we get to the front. I get there and like I said, I'm normal. I'm about like 5'5" at most. And every time I've heard things about Ariana, I've always heard how she's like really, really short in person. Can I just tell you guys, we were dead eye level, like we hugged, like we were the same height. So I know like on the internet her height is like 5'2" or something like that. There's no way she's 5'2". She wasn't wearing heels or anything. She was wearing like slippers. And she was taller than me technically in the picture. So anyways, we hug and she's like, oh, hi, how are you? I'm like quiet because I have nothing to say. Although I want to show her my tattoo of her lyrics, but I just don't. And then I get in next to her on her left side. We just stare at my best friend and he's just like, I'm like, are you coming in the picture? Because at that point, I didn't register that I could probably take my picture with her alone if I wanted. So I took a picture with him in it. But before we do it, I was like, hey, you come in. And then she's like, yeah, she's like looking at him like, are you getting in the picture? And so then he's like, my left side's my good side. And Ariana and I literally, we look at each other like, what the heck? Like we were like, and then I was like, I'm just gonna go, and we looked back at him and I was like, I looked at her, I was like, I'm just gonna go on your other side if that's okay. She was like, no, yeah, that's fine. And so I went around the other side and we took 2 pictures, which I hate and they're awful. And if I put it in this video, I'm sorry. I probably, I look so, I want a new picture so bad. I hate the pictures that I took with her. Out of all the people that I've met, I hate my pictures with Ariana Grande. As we're leaving, like we're about to leave, she stops my best friend and she's like, oh my God, you did so good on stage. I can't believe it. So then I don't know what. In my head, I was like, this is my opportunity to tell her about my tattoo. That's all I wanted to do, was to tell her about how I got her lyrics tattooed on my arm. And this was prior to me knowing that she can't see for anything. Like, she literally can't see. So we were in there, and I was like, hey, like, is it cool if I show you my tattoo real quick? Like, I just want to show you. She's like, yeah, just make it quick. So I show her, right here, I have Why Try lyrics tattooed on my arm. So it says, I'm loving the pain. I never want to live without it. And so she's reading it and then she goes, oh my gosh, cutie pie. She's like, it looks so good. And I was like, yeah, I jokingly said, yeah, you should pull me up on stage and like, we could dance or whatever. She's like, honestly, I would, but she's like, I can't change she's like, I've changed my set list so many times, I can't change it now. I was like, no, girl, I was just joking. You didn't have to respond, but thank you. And then I was like, nah, it's cool, it's cool. She was like, all right, well, I didn't hear her say this, but according to my best friend, she definitely said it. She said, all right, well, I love you guys. See you later. And I was like, I just looked back and like I kept walking. Like I didn't say I love you too, which like, I'm sorry. I should have told her I loved her too. But we just kind of met, so it was like, ooh, girl, I don't really know you. So that was my interaction with Ariana, and that's like what I went through with meeting her. It was nice, it was cool. I haven't met Ariana since, but let's keep it going because the story is actually kind of fun. As we're going to get food because we were hungry, we passed by one of her dancers, Corey, and we talked to him for a minute, which was like insane because like I've never been to a concert where like I just go up to like dancers and stuff and just talk to them, whatever. So we say what's up to him, we had a good time. Then after that, the show's happening. While they were performing Problems, Brian and Scott kept noticing my best friend in the audience who were like waving at him and like nodding at him, and it was just so insane. I was like, what is happening? What is my life? This is crazy. So we get through the show ends, and my best friend's like, you know what? Let's go around the back and wait for her. And I was like, all right, I don't got nothing to do tomorrow. That's fine by me. So we go around the back. Mind you, the venue that we were at was Barclays Center in Brooklyn. We're there, we walk around the side. No one is going that way, by the way. No one's going towards the back to where she probably would go out. and we see two of her dancers. I think it was Chris and someone else. He takes pictures with them, and then eventually Boy Boy comes out. I took a picture with Boy Boy, and then Brian and Scott come out, which is right here. I took a picture with Brian and Scott. I don't remember which one complimented me on my jacket, but they did, and I literally was like, oh my god, this is the coolest thing ever. Like, I'm hanging, and we just hung out with them for like a little bit. I was like, I'm hanging out with Ariana Grande's dancers, like Ariana's gonna come out, blah 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 blah. So we waited as long as we felt like we could / should. We literally left, and I kid you not, like probably like 10 minutes later Ariana ended up coming out or whatever. So we probably could have like took pictures with her and like whatever again, and got to talk to her a little bit better. And I mean, it's something that still eats us up inside, but it's fine. So post concert, obviously we post all our little pictures and stuff like that. Did a whole tag basically saying how great my experience was, because honestly at the end of the day I had a great experience, and I couldn't compare it to any other concert that I've ever been to, especially like with all the things that happen outside. So Boy Boy, definitely, he liked my picture of me and him, and then Corey, we had hit up Corey and we were like, hey man, we wanted to like, we were waiting for you after the show, because Corey was the one that we actually talked to the most. We were like, hey man, we hit you up after the show. I just wanted to tell you how good of a job you did. And he was like, thanks guys, thanks for coming. And we were like, yeah, we had so much fun. We hope to see you again next time. He was like, yeah, definitely. I can't wait to see you guys again. Which is insane that, like, what? Quality went down or whatever. It's because my camera died. That's my video for this week. My meet and greet experience. The time that I met Ariana Grande. Leave me a thumbs up. It lets me know if you guys are enjoying these videos. Also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I literally make videos every Friday, and I will see you all next Friday. Later, my fellow Arianators. That's still so lame, but I'm gonna keep it. Bye.